St. Thomas, here we come. What's up, Matt? Here we are in beautiful St. Thomas.
Water Island, and even most of the nearby surrounding islands, they were all included. Throughout the island, St. Croix is known as the largest island, St. Thomas second largest, and St. John is the smallest. But St. Thomas is the capital of all of the islands, so therefore it is the most populated island. The last census, the population of St. Thomas was about 55,000 living on this island. St. Croix was about 48,000, St. John was less than 5,000. And the reason why the population of St. John is so little is because Recorder of St. John is national park, so it's known more for its natural beauty. Straight out 40 miles, you guys looking at the horizon, you can see there's an island over there. That's St. Croix. St. Croix is just 40 miles south of St. Thomas. And there's a seaplane that lands in the water right there. I don't know if you've seen it. It takes 20 minutes to go to St. Croix. It takes 30 minutes to go to Puerto Rico. Because Puerto Rico is only 62 miles from the west. Huge building, the white roof down there. That's called the Sun Dollar Bill, and that's where most celebrities sit while on the island. The one down in the blue. St. John is the east end of St. Thomas. Now, if you also notice, majority of the homes are set on one section of the island is because 3/4 of St. John is national park. Right across from St. John is the capital of the British Virgin Islands, Tortola. And directly behind Tortola is Virgin Gorda, Antigua, and all of those British Virgin Islands put together, the population is only about 28,000 people. Tortola by itself is about 21, and the rest of them make up the additional 7. Then we have Great Tobago, Little Tobago, not Tobago like in Trinidad, that's our local Tobago, and Hanslotic Island directly across the river. Now this peninsula that goes out there called Peterborough. There's a wide beam, the bright blue roof right in the beach down there. That's called the Sun Dollar Villa, and that's where most celebrities stay while on the island. Michael Jordan stayed there once before. Clinton stayed once a week in 96 and once a week in 91. And it's not necessarily the nicest building to stay at, but for security reasons, there's only one way in and out of that peninsula. So the area could be done very easily. Even while the president was here, the local people was pissed off. Because every time they go in and out, they search the cars. Oh. And they didn't like that too much. And straight down below, it's a mile-long ship's like a half. Now, halfway down the mountain, we're going to make a stop where there's a bench that was placed in them in honor of Sir Francis Drake. We're going to make that stop there so I see where the signatures. So we're going to continue in the middle. See where that golf course is? That's the Mahogany Run golf course. We're going to go by Toto, which is where most residents on the island live. Okay, so you guys look around for a few minutes. And as you get
I
out.
just got here.
Oh, I'll re-explain. I can explain. Running out the allure on the oasis, that's when it comes. Because the other part is too shallow. Wow. And recently, about maybe 2.5, 3 years ago, the Princess Company built shops in that area. So when the Princess ships and those black ships come in, that's where they go. Because they want to take you to their shops down in that area. And directly across is Water Island. Right across. On Water Island, the Vice President Joe Biden is still on that island a couple of times. And the reason that's where he chose to stay, his brother owns a vacation home over there on that island. To go to the only one in charge of products. All the rest of the beach on the island is straight. Even Sapa Beach is a nice thing. Yeah. You hear lots about Megan's Bay because of the shape of the beach. It's a mile long and it shapes like a heart. Now the reason why Megan's Bay gets so shaped like a heart is because when it rains, the muddy water washes from here and it pushes the sun out into the center. So that's why it pushes out. So that's how we get that shape there. Okay? But the view is practically almost what you saw from the mountain top, just that you are much closer. The Devil's Triangle made of the 16th, 17th, and 18th hole. In fact, if you look here, you'll see home of the Devil's Triangle. And that's way back down there near the ocean. Down there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The clubhouse is the building in the middle. The green piece to play, that runs you about 160. On your ship, they charge you over 200. Because remember, your ship doesn't do anything. Then from here,
My ship is evil.
lots of homes that area. Tutu covers at least maybe a little over 35% of the population of the local people. And every building that you see here, they all have a cistern in the basement. So they catch the rainwater and it goes down in the basement. And the mosquito system chlorinated. Some people boil the water, drink it, but I don't drink the water. Birds fly, rest in the roof. I don't drink the water. You use for your laundry and different stuff.